Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy, presented by Yamaha.
Yep. Oh, there you go.
Nice red snapper.
Genuine red snapper.
Wow.
Get the footage of
If
that
you
thing.
believe in the hereafter, that's what we were here after. Look at it. How
Look at here.
beautiful he is.
On today's Sportsman's Adventures, we travel to Jacksonville, Florida for some late fall light tackle fishing. Captain Rick Murphy and Captain Randy Tao have left their South Florida home waters to join Jacksonville native Kathy Barco for a full day of fun fishing on the deep offshore reefs.
Just another day in paradise.
These deep reefs, located just off the northeast Florida coastline, have become the final resting place for numerous shipwrecks that host a huge variety of some of Florida's most famous game fish.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Or bites.
He's trying to get me in the wreck. I burn it every time I try to go down. Whoa! The commissioner's got
Got a
one
bite?
over there as well.
Oh, you gotta let a bunch out and grab it. Pull it back.
Hey, welcome to Sportsman's Adventures.
No, we're right on
We
top
ran
of
up here
them.
to the northeast region, the Jacksonville area, and we're 30 miles offshore and fishing in 100 feet of water for beeliners, red snappers, and grouper
All right, got
with
mine.
the chairman of the FWC, Kathy Barco, and as you can tell, she's busy over there as well. Brought my buddy Randy Tao up
Beeliner.
from the Florida Keys, and we're buttering some eggs. That's the name of the boat.
Nice.
He's busy.
What you got, Randy? She
Nice
got the
beeliner right
beeliner.
there.
Let's see what this is.
Posing for you. Uh-oh.
How about her?
Oh.
I see your beeliner and raise you one red snapper.
Woo.
There you go, Rick. So we're only 4 foot tall. Hard to get it over the side. There's a venting tool right there, Randy. Nice. Wow, look at how red that snapper is. Straight in, bub.
Here, Doug.
3 finger. You hear it coming out? There you go. Keep going. There we go. I think we got all the air out. Are we supposed to pop that little stomach or no?
Yeah, you can.
There we go.
Now he ain't smiling no more. All right, here we go. Going
All right.
back in.
Let him go. Gonzo.
See ya.
I think he just tooted. I saw a little blurp come up, or a burp.
That was a thank you.
Came from one end or the other.
It was a thank you.
Thank you.
I don't even treat you like that.
That's it. There you go. She's pulling on him.
We got one
That's
of
it.
something. It's not as big as yours. See if I can come up with a whole fish this time.
You're doing fine. You got to come in at least the right way. Uh-oh. I see somebody in your presence. Oh, look at that porgy. There was a CUDA dog was
Yeah,
following you.
him.
Boy, I tell you, back in the day, my grandfather, this is what he wanted to eat. He had a house in the Bahamas. All
Yeah.
he loved was his big porgies. He loved them. That's what happens bottom fishing. You never can tell what you're gonna catch.
Look at the color. Look at the iridescent color across his.
He is beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
He is absolutely beautiful.
Got it.
And when you started fishing, did you start fishing with your dad? Who introduced you to fishing?
My parents, our whole family fished. In fact, most of our crew was women. My mom, the girl that worked in her office, and myself. But our whole family fished. And
that was what, 20 years ago, or at least, right? When you were a little girl?
Maybe. When I was a little girl, like 20 years.
20 years ago? Couple 20s?
15, 20, couple of 20s.
Loaded with a cargo of wealthy sportsmen, a great clipper plane heads seaward from Miami, bound for the fisherman's paradise of the South Atlantic. For 50 miles offshore lies the tiny island of Cat Cay, a subtropical isle devoted exclusively to fishing, in need of millionaire sportsmen from every corner of the earth. The fisherman's blood starts tingling with the subdued excitement that precedes a fight with a worthy adversary. But there's a marlin pin. The fisherman jerks up on the rod to set the hook in the fish. Taking the line out, the fish leaps and lunges. The fisherman fights to keep the hook set, depending on his own weight and skill, plus the pull of the boat, to tire his adversary. But the fish puts up a scrap to the very end. A stout battler and a game opponent.
Sportsman's Adventures is brought to you by Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Florida, the fishing capital of the world. Catch the latest at Rapala.com. Williamson for the pelagic playground. VMC hooks. Minn Kota, anywhere, anytime. And by Humminbird, simply, clearly better.
I got my first Yamaha in 1994, and I still use that outboard in the Bahamas today. This Yamaha 130 has over 2,000 hours on it, and it sometimes sits for 6 months. I can always depend on it starting and performing like it did when it was new. Everybody knows Yamaha stakes their reputation on reliability, and for me, that Yamaha 130 is living proof. So if you're considering a Yamaha, I can tell you that reliability and performance is something that you can count on for a long time.
Send that one, Bart.
Got it.
Oh, chunky.
Oh my God.
That's a nice fish.
Wow.
Awesome.
Che gran pesce!
Home throttle.
Think GPS is just for getting you to the water? Think again. The new iPilot wireless GPS trolling system can hold your boat in place like an electronic anchor. Record and retrace productive fishing paths, automatically keep you on any bearing you choose, and take total command of speed and steering. iPilot controls your boat with wireless GPS precision so you can focus on fishing. And it's only from Minn Kota.
You already know about the La Jolla Resort in Isla Mirada, so let's talk about the La Jolla experience. With an on-site boat ramp, the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic is just minutes away. And when you return from fishing, there's barbecue pits to cook your catch while your family enjoys the pool or one of our new remodeled rooms. This historic resort, the La Jolla, is family-owned and operated and has a friendly staff ready to make your La Jolla experience a really great one.
You know there's more to it than luck. There's fishing the right bait, the water temperature, the wind, the season, and then there's the boat. We'll put it simply, the boat matters. To own a Contender is to own the best sport fishing boat on the market, period. Contender offers the most comprehensive model range with bigger, faster, and more fuel-efficient boats than the competition. There's only one choice for serious anglers. Contender Boats. Performance through innovation.
Jacksonville is America's largest city, at least land-wise. It's also home to one of America's largest naval bases, and it's an awesome sight seeing military might up close and personal. But Jacksonville isn't just a big city. It's also surrounded by beautiful old Florida woodlands and pristine inshore marshes. Our special guest today, Kathy Barco, is a North Florida native and a successful businesswoman. She was appointed by the governor to sit on the prestigious Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, where she was recently elected chairman. Kathy is just as much at home in the boardroom as she is in the woods or on the water.
Oh, there it is! Beeliner! Look at how beautiful and red! Now, Kathy, how big do these things get? What's the biggest one of these you've ever caught? That big?
That
Perfect. They are so beautiful. Good to eat?
Excellent for eating.
Really?
Yes.
I like it. I like it.
Perfect little fish. Beautiful
Now, on these
size.
wrecks in Northeast Florida, will you guys catch beeliners, a variety of different types of groupers? What else would somebody expect to catch?
You'll get jacks and everything.
Triggerfish.
Yeah, triggerfish,
Now,
all kinds of snapper and grouper.
Now, the different
Yeah.
types of groupers you catch are gags. Do you catch blacks up here? Randy, you catch blacks up here?
Very few, mostly
Yeah,
gags.
Mostly
gags. Well, you guys sure have done a good job of managing those gags. And I'm getting ready to manage to put him in the ice box, because I
get
actually
some,
would like to see what one tastes like. And I want you to know, Kathy,
Sea
that's the
bass?
first one I've ever caught.
Really?
Yeah, never. They don't make these things at Flamingo. Cool. Look at how pretty he got when he got out of the water. Those yellow lines, that red eye, like a mutton's eye. Cool. Well, got bad news. You're getting ready to get a one-way trip back to Mayport. Oh, that was on all the way down on the bottom. A hook up in a sardine.
You're trying to beat me in the runner category, aren't
Is
you?
that what it is?
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking.
You just got eaten.
So, Rick, what made you want to do a
What do
TV
you
show?
think about that? A scamp.
Oh!
Don't turn me
There
loose
you
for
go.
very long.
That's
How about
what we're
that?
talking about. Nice.
Hey, I brought a venting tool now. Let's talk a little bit about the groupers, Kathy. It just opened. We're in the month of October, fishing off of Jacksonville, and the grouper season just opened.
Yep.
You guys, the FWC, has done a great job of managing the groupers. And the one thing, you know, there's a lot of pros and cons with some of the people saying we took a lot away, and my opinion is that anything that you guys have managed, Goliath groupers, the recovery of redfish, the size of the trout, now the groupers, red snappers, we have more fish than we ever had before. Nothing bad ever comes out of closure. You agree?
I agree. It's painful when it happens. And these fish, are co-managed federally and state. And, if you can give them a chance to recover, they'll come back with great abundance and pay you back well. Then the idea is to let the fishery recover and open back up.
And I think one of the things that happens with the public that you guys have to deal with a lot more than the recreational guy, and that is that there's a critical balance between recreational and commercial.
There is. No, but the majority of people get their fish from a restaurant or a fish market.
Right.
And there has to be a commercial market. And the recreational guy gets the pleasure of coming and doing exactly what we're doing. But, and that's, you don't always get that. The weather, the economy, it gets tougher and tougher for people, the recreational guy, to go fishing, but you still like to eat the fish.
That's right.
And there has to be a balance, and there is. There's an allotment for the commercial, and there's allotment for the recreational. And actually, the commercial side is much easier to monitor because they have such stringent rules and weighing and catch limits that it's harder to regulate the recreational side of it.
Well, that's a perfect specimen of a broomtail. I'm gonna get out of your way and let you catch one. I'm gonna put this guy where he belongs.
Okay. another day in paradise.
Evidently.
I don't know, he stopped shaking.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
There he is, little red beeliner.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Look what you got me catching. Look.
Got nothing but love
Look
for
what
you.
you got me catching,
Well, you
Tal.
put a bigger piece of bait on, you might
fishing,
catch something
Tal.
bigger.
You want me to put him back?
You got me in the grunt
Drop
hole.
him down.
He looks a little
Probably
short.
won't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You get a bite, Tal?
I'm had a good bite
Come
there.
on now, the chairman just caught a beeliner. Now you got me in the grunt hole. Now you're gonna come up with a swing and a miss.
Oh,
Oh boy. Look at what my man came all the way to Jacksonville, imported this fastball pitcher to bring him in the 9th inning, and look what I get.
need
Oh,
to
you're
put
over there grunt
little
fishing.
bigger
I'm over here
piece of bait
snapper
on there.
fishing.
Oh boy. I triggered the bite.
Uh-huh.
I put the trigger X on there and triggered the bite. Whoa. What I got? What do you think, Mr. Tal?
Double grunt.
Double grunt.
Yeah. Ooh, a big old cuda tried to get you. Oh, nice one.
See, put that trigger X on there.
That's a
they
sandwich.
can't pick it off.
That's a sandwich right there.
They can't pick it off.
I hear you.
How about that? Who says you can't catch a snapper on an artificial bait?
He was looking at it.
You think he was looking at?
He was saying, is that trigger X or is that go? Let me get a closer look.
He knows now.
Yeah.
Pretty
This is
cool.
Now, that was Rapala.
That's it. Nothing gets away. Uh-oh. That one's going home in the box. Hey, it seems like only yesterday that kids were outside doing something like fishing. But that was a generation ago, and now many of them are always inside doing something that's not productive, like playing video games and texting. Why? Some don't have anyone to teach them the outdoor activities. Some don't have anywhere to go or any way to get there. And that's why the FWC has created the Florida Youth Conservation Center Network. It's a statewide network of conservation centers, and several sites are already up and running. But we need to do more, and we need to build more, and we need your help to do it. So we need your support, your time, your land, or equipment. You can help kids learn to love nature and to feel good about themselves. So help us create the next generation that cares by supporting the Florida Youth Conservation Center Network. Visit fyccn.com today for the details.
Welcome to the Inner Circle. Rotating coverage up to 300 feet gives you a detailed 360-degree view of structure, contour changes, and fish. So you can see them before they see you. Introducing 360 imaging, only from Humminbird.
It's got the punch of a heavyweight and the pounds of a lightweight. Welcome to the main event featuring the new Yamaha 4-stroke F70. Tipping the scales at up to 142 pounds lighter than its 4-stroke competitors. That's a class-leading power-to-weight ratio, a haymaker of a whole shot, surprising mid-range punch, incredible fuel economy, and industry-leading innovation, performance, and reliability. The Yamaha 4-stroke F70. Reliability starts here.
Continuing the revolution. Faster, drier, even better built. Designed around Yamaha's latest technology outboards. Still built by the same craftsmen and anglers who launched the Bay Boat Revolution. Whether chasing world records, or time on the water with the family, or anything in between, there's a new Pathfinder model for you. Pathfinder, #1 for a reason, still.
I've lost a lot of big fish because the bait I was using got picked off the hook. Whether I'm fishing for snappers or groupers offshore, trout, tarpon, snook, or reds inshore, I have the confidence to know that Trigger X is going to work in all weather conditions and temperatures. The pheromones and the look of the baits really work. I've won FLW IFA and Flatsmaster Redfish Championships using Trigger X. So, you want to keep using other stuff? Be my guest.
That's what I'm talking about!
Trigger the bite with Trigger X.
Hold it right there. The Minn Kota Talon locks you onto a fishing spot with unmatched speed and stealth. And when Mother Nature tries to knock you off your mark, hit back with the strongest hold on the water. Talon, stand your ground.
Boy, I tell you what, if you can get on the fish, you can really catch them. Just, no, I got him. Wow. There's a million of them when you look on the machine. It's 40 feet of beeliners. I gotta tell you, what's so cool for me is I never caught these before. And it reminds me a lot of our yellowtail fishing down in the Keys. You know, it's how they bite, real small mouth. Nice fish.
Grunt pork. Oh.
Boy, I tell you, when you grouper fishing or snapper fishing around structure, it's about a game of inches. And when you drop the rod, you gotta make sure you can get the line, that's for sure. Right, Randy?
That's right.
And knowing exactly how much...
I can't even say this might be a grunt.
I don't think
the way you're
this is a
pulling on
grunt.
him like that.
This isn't a grunt.
No?
There's a lot of grunting going on this end of the line.
That's what I'm thinking. Do you have something? Uh-oh.
Doug have one on?
He's in the bottom. That good structure's right behind us. We got a good tide. We're upwind of it. Up. Should be where we want to be.
The commissioner, the chairman's over there fishing on credit.
I am.
Boy.
Oh. This, I had a piece of squid and one of those big sardines on there.
Oh yeah. Were you a knocker rig or
what?
bait on the
Double rig, double knocker rig or chicken rig, whatever. Wow! Look at this red snapper.
There we go.
That what we came for, boys?
That's what you're looking for.
That's my favorite color, red.
I thought it was green.
Nope. There's red when I'm fishing, green when I'm in the accounts receivable department.
Here, let me hold that for you.
You got longer arms than I do.
Yeah, I was. Oh, there you go.
Nice red
Genuine red snapper.
Wow.
Get some footage of
If
that.
you believe in the hereafter, that's what we were here after. Look at it, how beautiful he is. I know, I got broke off on the other one. I had a double header going on.
Good thing. What a nice fish.
You know, Chairman Barco, you guys here have done a good job of managing this fishery, and it was very controversial there for a while.
Yep, well, they're still protected.
Well, we're gonna have to vent this guy and get him back
put
in.
him back in.
Yep, I was gonna say.
Let's talk about that, Randy, how we're gonna use that venting tool. I'm gonna get this hook out of him. We'll get him back in the water right away. If we can, I got this. Let that
Just
go.
remember, you hold your breath, that's how long they can hold their breath.
I know it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him have that hook. And on the venting tool, what we're gonna do, Randy,
Rick, let me figure this out of your way.
is 2 fingers or 3 fingers, gonna slide it underneath there, right here. 3 fingers for me, I have a little tiny. And go straight in. There you go, push. Go ahead, push it in there. All right, now hear the air coming out. Now we just squeeze right here. And you should be able to hear the air. Hold this up clear, hear the air. Hear the air coming out?
Yep.
All right, he should be good to go. Okay. Wiggle that a little bit. Push a little more of that air out of him so we know we get down. We don't want to shark to get him. There it is.
Yeah, he deflated good. When you can push your stomach in like that, you got all that air out of
All
it.
right, so I'm gonna let him go. Look, he's got squid coming out or an octopus or something coming out of his throat. Look at here.
He was busy eating.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hungry.
give him that back.
The bite is on.
He didn't get that big from not eating.
We're gonna let him go. Oh, it hurts to let him go. There he goes.
Captain Randy really shows his fishing versatility. Although he's a Florida Keys captain, he proves that he can catch 'em anywhere, and proving that it's always fun to leave your comfort zone and try something new. Visiting Jacksonville and having a chance to spend quality time with good friends aboard a beautiful boat and catch fish all day in Florida, the fishing capital of the world. Well, that is the perfect recipe for another great sportsman's adventure. Check out the Sportsman's Adventures website at www.sportsmansadventures.com. Coming up next week on Sportsman's Adventures with Captain Rick Murphy.
Whoa. God, dog. What you got? Nope. Big redfish. Huh? Monster redfish. You saw him?
Sportsman's Adventures was brought to you by Contender Boats, performance through innovation. Costa Del Mar, see what's out there. Trigger X, trigger the bite. Ameritrail, custom trailer manufacturers. La Jolla Resort, a place for families and a place for fishermen. Maverick Boats. Suffix Lines, the world's most hardcore fishing line.